What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Happy hump day, happy Wednesday, whenever you're watching this. Happy that day. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the Little Procharger that could. Walter's 2016 Mustang that we've got a P1 SC on. Did some stuff to try to maximize everything that we've got there on the table for this small blower. You know, some of it went really good, some of it went bad, and you know, we learned a few lessons along the way. So check that out. And lessons along the way. So let's start off with, it's been about 2 weeks ago now, we decided, you know, going over all the data and everything, where this car does have a small blower, you know, it makes very little power. Well, it's not little, but it's small power down low. So we took a mindset of almost treating this like a higher horsepower naturally aspirated car, more or less. Because it makes, you know, peak powers way up in the high RPM. It's just the nature of a centrifugal supercharger. So we decided we were going to change a torque converter. Yeah, that didn't work out very well for us. We have a Circle D in the car. We went to a different brand. You know, they had some, everybody can talk a good story on the phone selling a product. So Walter got the converter from this other company. I'm not gonna say the name, and I'm not gonna answer about who it was, but I know with my customers and everything else here in-house, I will not be using that company anymore. You know, I didn't feel they'd done enough to make the situation right, especially for Walter. I mean, the labor involved through this whole, it was bad. So converter went in, ran for a few minutes, got everything up to temperature. Next thing I know, it's pouring transmission fluid out the bell housing. It's like, okay. So pulled everything back out, pulled the converter out, front seal is just destroyed. So didn't think much of it. I was like, oh, maybe that was on me, I'm not sure. You know, things happen, you know. So got a new seal for it, put it in, put the converter back in. Then when I was putting it back up, I noticed it didn't really have any pull out at all on the converter. Not sure how I missed that on the first one, so like I said, that was kind of on me on that whole side of things. So started investigating a little bit more. So dropped back down, started measuring a bunch of stuff, found a measurement or two that didn't really line up so well. Put the Circle D back on, put it back up in the car, plenty of pull out, everything. So then Walter and the other company, they talked and went back and forth. So in the end, we just decided to go back to the Circle D, you know. So Circle D converter went back in. So then we're kind of back to square one. You know, what can we do to help the car out? And we came up with the idea, because the car's got a 315 rear gear in it, which for the big power 6R80s, you know, works phenomenal. You know, the turbos and everything, got a lot of low end torque. Works really well for those. We don't have low end torque and don't really make no power until high RPM. So we decided to change the ring and pinion. We went ahead and went from the 315 to a 373. Post a few little pictures of that here. So got that all done, got some you know, long wheel studs on the car all the way around. Then he took it out. You know, this is all the following week because we had to wait around some parts. So he got everything. He put the center section back in the car Thursday night, I believe. Then Friday, You know, the weather looked phenomenal, nice and cool. So he took it down to Edgewater, the closer track to us. And at that point, let me look here so I don't mess this up. He went a 949 with a 3. So, you know, we went from a 962 to a 949. Some of that, you know, at first it's like, oh, I don't know if that was all weather, if that was the gear. I mean, the data log shows that the gear helped out a lot because we actually went across the stripe at a higher RPM, which, you know, we could probably still use more gear, but we'll figure that out. Add some power for that. So, you know, it was negative DA, I want to say. I'm not for sure on what the weather was there. But then we had the glued down event on Sunday. So it's like, all right, cool, let's go to that with the car as well. So we got up there, and as you saw in my previous video for road cone and all that, the air wasn't very stellar. It was about 2,500. It was about 2,500 DA most of the day up there. Not bad air, you know. We're hoping for nice, cool boost air. So off the trailer, he went a 949 again. Then we started working around trying to maximize some of the shift points. You know, went back and forth a little bit. Then at that point, it's like, you know, well, the air's not here for what we're wanting to do. We're gonna need good air to go after that overall P1SC record, which I can gather is a 930, I think. But we worked with Rob at Palm Beach a lot that day, just fine tuning shift points and just decided, you know, we want to just get it so it's shifting good. Then when the air comes around, everything else will take care of itself. Got most of that dialed in, and we wound up running 3 949s in the heat. We'll call it the heat that day. So let me throw in some of those videos from the track, a couple pictures, and what? Don't like to mess with people's programs.
Did you change the tune up in it?
You know, it was a good day. But we keep a plugging and a chugging and find what else we can on this little car. And I mean, it amazes me every single time we take it out. You know, it's very impressive for the smallest Procharger you can get for an S550. You know, so as always, guys, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. Subscribe to the channel, share this around, show everybody what the Little Procharger can do. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.